It's a feeling of coming undone, a terrible solitude climbing up the soul's wall and turning into a loneliness, a long word, wider than the sky itself, and yet it fits perfectly inside the eye. Where am I looking? And what am I looking for? Sadness is a free fall. You can arrest it only using a safety net of false happiness, and that is why you do it all the time to yourself. The world is easily your solitude's enemy. Or perhaps it is the inability to turn inward and tune into my own self. Why is this state of mind so fragile? Why can't I stay in a state of perpetual creativity? Why can't there be a long-lasting high of sorts? Is the low a conscious choice? Self-sabotaging intent? Am I prone to falling into this abyss all the time? Who knows the space of God inside of me? Who endures this song and triggers these thoughts? Who drives the machinery? The ability to dream is sometimes lost. And words, they sometimes have the most unshakable, tremendous power, and tonight I lend them more credibility with my belief in them. I lurk behind this noise somewhere and I'm searching. And I am the no purpose, the loneliness that grapples with itself, a shadow that fights its own origins and ends. There's no seafront of patience. I close my eyes and conjure the images, and they open spaces inside my chest, big, huge, wide spaces, 1,000 tears. They just converge and condense and turn into poems. My voice is lost. The metaphorical dreaming is at stake. I'm by the stream and removing a body from myself, separating it, and it just floats on the water surface, unwet, undrowned. Who meets the eye and looks away? Back into the same meditative space, please. Can you move back, please? Downstream travels the body, and the soul sits ashore and watches the flow. I'm the dream state of watching. Nothing else. Nothing else. There never was anything else to begin with. All else is a melting, fading song. Who lifts my soul with this new music? Am I the fiction of my own words, a character within my own stories? Am I the anxiety of my own dreams? And what makes this day sweeter? Who pours this light cup into me? Where am I in all these little pieces and fragments? What puts me together? Is this light that's the real glue? And who leaps into the light, comes into visibility, and who hides and lurks behind it? Who bakes my soul into some rich, delicious bread tonight? And there's a space that just quietly awaits and watches, a path that quickly opens and closes, a doorway that gives me the view and yet closes up quickly. Some random oscillatory motion sets itself up in my mind and puts my feelings on a trapeze. The pluses and the minuses, the crests and the troughs, and the seeking feeling and this sinking feeling. This life of no sense adding up to nothingness and in a cyclic motion that I can't understand. It just puts my head in a spin, and I want to swim ashore. In this act of dreaming and romanticizing, a terrible urge seizes me, body and mind and soul, everything. The current of this self-designed corruption is too strong to resist at times. I live in the open field of thought and lie naked. I lie naked in my memories, a moon with a heartbeat. How do I explain it? And why do I have to explain this all? Who cares to listen when I say writing hurts? Can't I keep it entirely personal? This whole hurt business can remain mine, very private, a celebration or a suffering that needs no companionship. And there's never a need to share it, is there? Days have a melting point, and the humaneness in me drifts. It just comes and goes. It seeks a better body, a smarter mind. It decides not to celebrate its gifts and starts seeking outside. The key is to turn it all inward and look within. The rush of blood that prompts to look outside needs to be turned inward, right? Turned inward. Reverse the whole body glancing. All the lessons are learnt on the inside. The answers are within. In this withinness, who will lend me the eyes? No one will just have to turn the glance. I have to do it. The orientation has to alter. The slow burn of breathing. The attainment of inner balance. The sharing of the weight of the soul happens on the delicate weighing scale of my own eyes. I could go on, but I just want to shut up and think about what I just said and what I wrote. Why don't you do that too? Maybe the pencil just broke right here, and I'll mend it and start scribbling again. Time for collecting some pencil shavings.